Fishing with crankbaits can feel intimidating when you're just starting out, but the Rapala Shad Elite SRE75 makes it easier to gain confidence. This lure is designed to mimic real baitfish with lifelike finishes and a natural swimming action that appeals to many game fish, including bass, walleye, and pike. For beginners, it provides a reliable way to catch fish without needing years of experience. Learning how to use this bait correctly can give you an immediate advantage on the water. One of the first things beginners should know about the SRE 75 is that it's built for versatility. Unlike some lures that only work in very specific conditions, this crankbait can be cast or retrieved in lakes, rivers, and ponds. Its tight wobble creates subtle vibrations that fish can sense through their lateral line, making it effective in both clear and slightly stained water. For someone new to fishing, this means fewer variables to worry about. The lure does much of the work for you. When starting out, the simplest technique is a steady retrieve. Cast the Shad Rap Elite out into open water or along a shoreline and then reel it back at a slow to medium pace. The steady motion mimics the natural swimming pattern of a small baitfish. Beginners often make the mistake of reeling too quickly, which can cause the lure to lose some of its realistic action. Keeping your retrieve slow and consistent is often enough to trigger strikes, especially from bass and walleye. Once you're comfortable with a steady retrieve, adding pauses and twitches can make your presentation even more effective. For example, reel steadily for a few feet, then pause briefly to let the lure rise slightly in the water, imitating a stunned baitfish. A short twitch of the rod tip makes the lure dart erratically, which often triggers reaction strikes. Fish are opportunistic predators, and these sudden changes in movement convince them that they're looking at easy prey. Line choice also plays a big role in your success. For beginners, a monofilament line between 8 and 12 pounds is a good starting point. Monofilament is affordable, forgiving, and has a little stretch, which helps prevent losing fish when they thrash at the surface. As you gain experience, you might switch to braid with a fluorocarbon leader for better sensitivity, but starting simple keeps things less complicated. Another important tip is to pay attention to location. The SRE 75 works best when fished around areas where game fish naturally hunt. This includes weed edges, rocky banks, submerged logs, and drop offs. For beginners, casting along a shoreline with visible cover is a great way to start. Fish use these areas for ambush, and placing your lure near them dramatically increases your odds at getting a strike. Color choice can sometimes feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Stick with natural patterns like shad, silver, or perch when fishing in clear water because they closely resemble the forage fish that predators are used to. In stained water or during low light conditions, brighter colors such as fire tiger or chartreuse can help fish locate the lure. Having two or three different colors in your tackle box will prepare you for most situations without causing confusion. Perhaps the most important tip for beginners is patience. Fishing is as much about learning the water as it is about catching fish. Don't get discouraged if you don't get bites right away. Try different retrieve speeds, experiment with pauses, and pay attention to what works. Every cast teaches you something new. The Rapala Shad Elite SRE75 is an excellent starting point for anyone new to crankbaits. It combines realistic design, ease of use, and effectiveness across multiple species. By keeping your approach simple, using a steady retrieve, choosing the right line, focusing on productive areas, and selecting a couple of proven colors, you'll quickly build confidence and start putting more fish in the net. With time, the SRE 75 won't just be a beginner's lure. It will become one of your go-to options no matter how much experience you gain. Take care, my friends.